What's going on? Hopefully you guys can hear me. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to day 94. I think it is day 94. I finally got the YouTube upload from Thursday's flight, but for whatever reason, it won't let me put the, the thumbnail on it. It just won't save. So it's just, I'm going to leave it as Carbon's beautiful face for as long as I can. Either way, guys, welcome to day 94. Carbon's pigeon. Damn it, Kev. Carbon's going to tell you where we're going, but a few things happened while we were away, and I'm going to do this quickly because my kid is losing his mind upstairs, and I need to go help the wife. So, let's see, did I mute these? I also figured out how to mute the alerts. I'm amazing. We'll see if they work. Coming in with some follows here. We got Miranda. Are these even going to work? Did I click that? Did it work? Did I click it? Click it.
Just click it. Just click it.
Why aren't they working?
Real good.
What did you guys do? I don't know why they're not working. Are any of them not working? Cool.
Yeah.
They're just not working. So I might have to do it.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
Right?
Oh, they're working every time.
Yeah, that's working, but the actual alerts of new followers and stuff are not, because why would they? I finally sort them out.
They're highly overrated.
Roger
Right? Yeah, just flat out not working. Cool. Oh, you know what? I wonder what I did. Hang on. I think I might know.
You did something dumb, didn't you?
I lied. I don't know what I did. So I'll have to try and fix it later. But either way, you know what? We had a few followers, and if I have to get to play them later, I'll play them later, but not the red button. Miranda came in with the follow. Molly Medico came in with the follow. Raymaker381, Vitor Banting, all came in with follows. So guys, thank you very much for the follow, and because you followed. Welcome to the Legends Ground Crew! Wow. Nice, that worked at least. But then we also had, this isn't going to work either. The Wolf came in with the resub, dude. Thank you so much for your continued support and being the legend that you are. And Wolf also bought a merch item as well. T-shirt, maybe? I'm not sure. It doesn't really say. But guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the follows. And Carbon, what are we doing?
Hey, so we're taking off out of Romania, right? That's where we're at, I think. I can't
think so.
remember.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, we ask you that question.
Let's see. So out of Romania, we're heading south for a bit, and then eastbound. South will take us through Sofia, and then we'll end up in a place called Plovdiv. Weather should be pretty good. It's not working as usual in the multiplayer until we get airborne. I think clear skies out of here, and then probably halfway through there's a chance of some overcast, potentially rain and or snow until we get to or past Sofia. And then it should be fairly clear most of the way, but Plovdiv is actually calling for, snow and rain with broken clouds and low visibility. So we'll see how we figure that one out, but it doesn't really matter. We'll go anyway, right?
We'll go.
Winds are supposed to be like 11 knots out of here. I think 23 knots in Plovdiv. So, yeah, not too much to worry about. Maybe some freezing stuff. We'll deal with it.
Awesome. I definitely switched scenes. I thought you were done there. I switched the scene way too early. For whatever reason, Stream Elements just flat out logged us out. So I was able to log back in, but I think if I had tried to switch to the next scene, it wouldn't have worked. So I think it's working. So let's just do this real quick. I'll play them as we go. There we go. And while these are playing, pitter patter. Let's get the frick at her.
Except kids falling off bikes, maybe. I could watch kids fall off bikes all day. I don't
I don't get old.
Requesting a flyby.
These are the new followers. They're playing now.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider.
They're the ones I
requesting
already
a
said though,
flyby.
so. Here we go.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Sweet. All right, we're up and flying. Hutch has got his game streaming, but not his camera.
What?
And Jared just doesn't have anything.
I look
going.
good.
What do
No,
you mean?
I
mean,
I think
really
Hutch doesn't
good.
have anything. Stand by.
Hey everyone! Come and see how good I look!
They're working out?
You know it.
What a legend!
Wait, why is Punch's game up there? Where's Hutch's game? Oh god, those are backwards.
Yeah, stand by.
Have those been backwards all this time? That's hilarious.
Stream ID you're publishing is already in use.
Yeah, no, you're good. For whatever reason, on my screen, I have yours and Hutch's stuff backwards.
Webcam. Default. I moved my whole rig.
Yeah, no, it's not you. You're good.
What? I can't.
It's not you, it's me, Jared. It's not you, it's me.
What? I already canceled. What?
That's what he's saying.
I don't see me.
It's because. You guys see this?
Whoa! Floating.
I'm
Your
doing
magic
it nice
man.
and slow on purpose. Let's see how close I actually lined these up.
It's like Tetris. Can you rotate it?
Right? I can actually, yes.
Yeah, there's
Is that
carbon
gonna
down
fit? Did I? Wow, guys, look at that. That's impressive. I'm impressed even with myself. Now it disappeared because Hutch's game has to go. Oop,
Like that?
Hutch's game now has to go up here. You guys are getting a good peek behind the curtain. I'm gonna need to climb. So Hutch, you're gonna stop here for a second.
there. My cam working?
It is not.
There's Hutch.
What's up,
Oh
brother?
my god, how? Okay, I'm almost positive. I'm gonna have to go back and watch, but I'm almost positive I switched you guys and you were in the right spots before.
I don't believe you.
Did you save your
There's-
changes?
I mean, I thought I did.
Look at Jer with that fancy new thing.
Snow day today, so I spent like 3 hours moving my entire rig across the room.
I do that like once.
I'm now cornered. Feels more office-like. Rocking the books and some flight gear behind. I like it.
You nerd. Just kidding. We're all nerds.
I think I'll put my setup in the dog kennel. Or
Don't let it get pee.
Right. Let's go do some of this stuff. Oh.
2 minutes to weather.
2 minutes to
to
weather.
weather. Okay.
Just a-
Down to a
Uh,
science.
Let's go all
yeah,
out.
we need like a little countdown almost, like widget super to add to the complexity of the stream.
No more adding things. I'm done.
Lies.
Weather's going to show up any minute. Everyone prepared to dive.
I know. I think I'm gonna try to go up a bunch more while I can, just in case.
Heading. What are you doing?
Climb,
Nav.
climb.
So
Getting off
who's
course
got the
right now?
most snow?
We got
I
like
have
a good
0.
20 inches
I
today.
have 0.
Or super?
0 inches at Hutch's house.
Probably super. I think Guelph usually gets a little bit more than us down. Although Toronto got like smoked today.
Yeah.
I was having some fun
What a
watching,
mess.
listening to Pearson. Oh man,
She said.
terrible.
Weather imminent. Weather imminent.
What a freaking beauty of a day.
There it
Oh
is.
no! There it
No,
is.
they're in.
Okay. All right, we're pretty clear though.
Come on, load it up. Load it up.
I'm loaded up. 30 knots, tailwind. I like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
As much as I love the Kodiak and I love, you know, some of these other planes, the X-Cub is so nice. It's just so easy to fly and safe.
You don't mean that, dude.
Set it
I
and
heard
forget
you
it.
mean that. I heard all the things you said about the Kodiak. Can't take
What did
those back.
I love the
No,
Kodiak. It's just it's you got to be in the mood. It's a little more complex, a little heavier on everything. Cub is just
Just easy.
it's just easy. Flies great. All right, 25-25.
Yeah. I
3024, is that what you guys have? Sorry, Carmen.
Yep.
3027.
27.
I got 3027.
The amount of flights that got canceled out of Pearson was insane. It was like, I think mid-afternoon was like 250 or something like that.
Yeah. I think
Were they
between
even-
8 a.m. and noon, there were maybe 3 or 4 arrivals.
I was
And
gonna
that
say,
one-
did they even let them take a run at it, or?
Oh, dude,
No.
that one A220 Air Canada 220 from Halifax, Carbon, from where you're from.
Yeah.
It circled forever, and it was going back and forth, and then finally tried. Landed first try, but it was the first plane in like 2 or 3 hours, and nothing was cleared off. It took like legit an hour and a half probably for him to just get off the runway and get into the gate.
Ooh,
Like,
no way.
Ducked
Just
so many
catching.
times. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just flooring it across the
Oh.
taxi. Oh,
And
So
none
fun.
of the taxiways were available. He had to get off at runway 5 and just take the other runway. And it was
Oh, what a mess.
that would have been a fun, like, back and forth. Like, just get
This
to the
was the
gate
most-
however you can. We don't care. There's no one else out here.
this is the
They
most
don't
snow
have
we've
to
had in years, probably like 3 or 4 years, in one shot.
What are you guys' ground speed right now? I'm almost 165.
Yeah, I'm
on cruise
158.
today. What? 38
Huh?
knot tailwind. Right
170.
How high are you guys?
5,000.
45. Yeah, I've got 34 knot direct tailwind.
Okay,
53,
I
yeah.
better climb.
Yeah, it's nice up here.
It's so
It's nice.
slow.
It's a little wobbly, but it's pushing.
It's not bad.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go check on the wife, make sure everything's going all right.
Yeah, man.
So
Roger,
you guys
take a
got
weapon
this.
just in case.
Kind of cool
never
skirting
know.
the edges of these mountains.
Good luck.
Yeah, bub.
Take a weapon.
So I
Jerry, you should
reached
have
out-
recorded that joke I sent you. Sorry, Carmen.
Oh, it's okay.
The joke, the joke you sent me.
Oh yeah,
That
I
was
saw
so
that
good.
and I could have. I was like, I got this to Jerry.
I'll read the contents of it. As soon as I saw it, I went to see Liz. Hutch sent me this morning. Use this joke wisely. I should just post this, shouldn't I?
Do it.
All right, it'll be funnier than me reading it. Copy image. I'll post it in general chat on the Discord.
It's making you giggle already.
It's so good.
It's one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. I went right to Liz to show her this.
That's good.
Just shove it in deeper. That's what he said. I can't do that to myself.
Oh.
Did she even chuckle?
Oh, yeah. You see, the key you gotta decipher what mood she's in. The mood was fine.
Determines
And
the delivery method, right?
if she was tired like this afternoon, it would not have gone well. But it was nice and early. Baby was calm. Everything was happy. So I was like, good time. She did shoot me a look of.
Like if you ever
Spain.
really said
Like
that,
this is not appropriate.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
the delay on that clip is frustrating. What clip?
Oh, she said maybe.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I was like, wait,
That's
what?
what she said.
I know it's hard because like they are on a delay. We can hear each other just fine. Comedy's all about timing, though, you know. Got to get it right. I got 40 knots tailwind, direct
That's what she
tailwind,
said.
41 knots at 6,000 feet. FYI.
Well, how far? We got a. Oh, it's okay. It's a waypoint, so we've still got
Yeah.
a while, eh? Okay, so you're. What'd you go to 6,000? Roger.
Yeah. There was a few little clouds here and there, so just be careful.
Roger. We'll climb at 99 knots.
24, 24, and 10 gallons per hour.
We're going so fast.
My trim is just moving non-stop, trying to deal with the tailwind. Little sun glare out the window here.
And I was gorge. The 7 a.m. departure.
That is pretty.
That wind is blowing.
Let's see.
Ooh, yeah, it's getting a little rough, isn't it?
A little bit.
So, I can't remember who said it in our little private group chat, but one of your kids had like first day of school today or something, and it snowed out. Or did I read that wrong?
I
Oh.
think in Ontario, it was the
Yeah.
first day back, and it got canceled.
Oh, from
Yeah.
the holiday break. I gotcha.
yeah.
See, in my mind, like Canada having to cancel school for snow, just like I just picture like 15 feet of snow that fell in like an hour.
It depends where you are. It varies quite a bit.
I just assume like Canada always gets snow so for them to like cancel school, it must be like apocalypse type snowfall.
In the north, probably. This was our first significant snowfall. We've had
Ooh,
nothing on the
Kobe
ground the
B,
whole
Look
time.
at that screenshot he just put up in general.
Yeah.
Got the rims chock full. I know there's a lot of places in the States, kind of near the coast and down in the southeast, where if it even snows like a half inch, they just have no
It's
like,
just
oh,
getting
yeah.
shut down.
to deal with
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it's just like, all right,
I
try
actually
again
think
tomorrow.
the further north you go, the worse the weather has to be to cancel school.
Right, exactly.
Just
That's
because
why
they're so used to it.
That's what I'm saying. Like in my mind, like for you guys to say no snow, I'm thinking like, oh, there must be like 10 or 15 feet. Like they can't even get the plows out there.
Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't got.
right now.
We haven't been plowed out on our street, and we're not like on a main street, but we usually would get plowed out in at least a day.
Kev will plow you. Don't worry. Heyo.
Hutch, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
South of you, by not too far, is a cave called Nutty Putty Cave. Have you ever heard the story of that?
Oh yeah, I've been to Nutty Putty Cave.
Have you really? It's closed off now, though, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, for unfortunate reasons.
Yeah. I was watching a couple of different documentaries about.
It is
a guy
terrifying.
that's- What's that?
It is so terrifying if you have even the slightest bit of claustrophobia.
Did you actually go in it?
Yeah, but not as far as some.
Not as sure.
It is like you get a
sounds
little bit in
terrifying.
there, you like your hips are barely clearing or they're rubbing the whole way, and you're just like, yeah, No, I think I'll pick a different way to die another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids that got stuck in there, they got stuck in their head down.
Yeah, and it was
So that was
basically
not-
the opening was about the size of their body, right? And it kept getting narrower.
Oh yeah, it's like if
Yeah.
you went and saw it in person, you'd just be like, "This is a joke. No one actually goes in that hole, right?"
Well, I was
Like,
really surprised to hear that like literally thousands of people would go there every year just to go explore.
oh yeah,
But this one guy was going into this area that really was unexplored, and they didn't know what was further in.
hmm
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm right into watching these caving videos now, but oh my god, some of the ones guys do just freaks me right out. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
how people do it.
I feel like
But-
we're in like dangerous levels of tailwind right now, and now it's quartering. Would this be just like wouldn't even try it if this was real?
Oh no, you totally could try it. It would really depend on what the severity of the turbulence was.
I gotcha. And
Yeah.
how many sea bags you had and stuff.
So this is probably occasional moderate. So this would be uncomfortable, but I mean, you could
Right.
probably ride it out, but you might not want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the outside view, and man, it is getting like. You gotta hope your harness is working because they're getting jolted.
Oh yeah.
Seatbelt staying on, right, Chair?
Seatbelt staying on. Look at that. Ugh.
A lot of clouds in the distance there.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.
Getting rocked.
Yeah, we need to get away from these taller mountain lines here. Too much tumble in air.
What are you guys getting for ground speed now?
Good question.
152.
Yeah, 154.
It's going like anywhere from 154 down to 151 depending on the bump.
Okay. I'm at 7,500-ish. I'm doing 163.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
7,500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudder? Oh, 75.
7 Delta Hotel. Gotta practice. You never know.
I know, it's good. I
Sneak
love
stuff
it.
on you.
Wish we had a sun visor in this bad boy.
Oh, Fnargle says Nutty Putty is about 8 miles from the border in the mountains. Is that right? Or am I reading something incorrectly?
Oh, no, I think he said when I was a kid, they never officially canceled school, but sometimes only like 5 kids showed up.
Oh, I see. Oh, further up. Oh, gotcha.
I think. Yeah, no, Nutty Putty is crazy. It's probably a good
Yeah,
thing that they shut
If anybody's
down.
interested, there's several people who've done like short documentaries on it, like just discussing what occurred. It's horrifying.
Did it say the year? I feel like I was
2007-ish, maybe.
okay. That sounds bad. So I would have been like 20. Not to brag.
Yeah, it wasn't super long ago.
Easy there, bud.
7,500 for some reason feels like 75,000 when I look out the window right now, especially off the nose. Have you been able to fly for fun at all lately, Carbon, or life getting in the way?
No, unfortunately.
Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been keeping me busy.
Does your daughter like enjoy puppy duties as well and stuff?
Oh, she does, yeah. I think she's a little frustrated that he's not behaving himself. He's, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him all of a sudden, but he's just trying everything.
What you doing?
Oh, trying to tear up everything he can get his mouth on,
I mean,
and pooping and
kinda
peeing
normal.
wherever he feels like, although we take him out all the time.
That is annoying. That would be
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
Kev says
Just
that
normal
I've
puppy
trained
stuff.
huskies. That's pretty
Oh,
sweet.
nice.
Is that like a recurring thing that you do?
You have videos to send Carbon?
Remind me, what's the breed again, Carbon?
Poodle and Lab.
Labradoodle.
Oh,
Labra-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
golden doodles seem to be super popular right now and very expensive.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, boys. Sorry.
I had a heck of a time with Riley. She was a pretty tough pup for. Even now, she still has like an hour, like a witching hour every night, where if she doesn't get a really good walk, she'll just like stand in front of us barking and like running around. And we've tried everything. And yeah, when she was a puppy, man, like I remember her, she would just sit there like chewing the drywall. I was like, "What are you doing?" And destroyed all of our like wooden legs and. We did everything. I made bottles, plastic bottles with a little hole in it that she'd have to like kind of go around trying to get treats out of, and like everything you could think of, trying to just. And we don't take her to the dog park anymore because as soon as she hit about 2 and became sexually mature, she just decided that she was alpha and wasn't going to deal with any more dogs.
Oh.
And she's good with most dogs, but she got like humped a lot as a puppy and just like dealt like just took it all, and she's like, no more of that. So I don't trust her at the dog park anymore, but she doesn't really need it as much. But we took her every day for like the first 2 years, because if we didn't, she'd be a nightmare. Like a tired dog is a good dog, and we did for sure.
Well, I tried to take him out for a good long walk today, and it's so snowy here and so cold and windy.
Yeah.
It's like after like 5 minutes, like nah, I'm good. Let's go back.
Yeah. Did she
So,
just
like,
lie down, or did she just whine?
Just sits there or tries to go the opposite direction of where I want to go. It's like nah, I'm good. So it's really hard to tire him out right now.
Yeah, that is really tough. If they're not running around like crazy, and then they get home and they're nuts, and you're like, I just took you out.
Are you the way that you are?
I'm gonna have to find a place to take him to run him around.
That's the other thing. We did a lot of doggy daycare. We would do like even just a day of rest.
Yeah.
We would do we need a break for a day, and that was huge. And we would just take her. Our local like PetSmart had actually a really good one, highly reputable, and everyone liked it, and good trainers, and they would look after her and then drop her off in the morning. Get a bunch of stuff done, come home, and she was just completely wiped out after a day of
That's not
playing.
a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, and it's relatively inexpensive. You get like a little doggy report card. It's fun, man. It's good. It was like a godsend in the beginning.
I might just look into that, because it would be good to get him socialized.
That's it, sure.
And just get him tired, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Jerry, you got field elevation?
1126. I think that's what it is. Let me double check. Yeah, 1126.
Let's see this field. Is this like just a grass thing?
Yeah.
Do you still do that with Riley? Okay. At all?
Are you talking to me? Sorry, I can't hear you. Hold on 1 second. I need to turn my engine down. Volume mix. There we go.
I was just saying, do you still do that with Riley? Or is that in the past, kind of?
Yeah, not so much anymore. But just recently, since Maggie's been born, she's decided to be a bit of an asshole again, and just like and very protective and jealous of me. I totally trust her with the baby, but if I'm holding the baby, if I'm like on the ground with her, she's just always around me, trying to get between us and like snuggle into me, and like will just bark at me. And so we've started having conversations. Like maybe we need to. We have a local guy here who'll go around to all the houses and pick up the dogs and bring them to the dog park. And I don't know. It's weird. I never was ever worried about like dog fights and even thought about it. And then Riley got in one at the dog park, and it just like freaked me out. Just so big, and she fought like a shepherd in just 2 seconds, and he jumped on his dog and I jumped on mine, and it was fine. But I'm like, she could easily like kill a small dog really quick, and I don't think she would ever, but. I
Never
don't
know, man. Nature comes out of them sometimes.
Well, that's exactly. And, you'd always hear about bad things about dog parks, or don't take your dog to a dog park, and there's just such split opinions on them. But we always did, and had a totally fine time. But I don't know, I just don't totally trust her with every kind of dog now, especially big dogs. So, not really. She doesn't really get too much social time. Other than like Liz's parents have a small little. She's fine with small dogs, but
Jerry, you're overflying this airport?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, to be honest. It looks awesome.
It looks really good. I was just
Yeah.
like enamored with the scenery, the like haze in the distance, the sunrise, everybody underneath me. I was like, I'm just gonna keep on.
Nice little tail.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a big old tailwind on this, eh?
Yeah, you guys are all going in.
17 knots. Little practice though, right? That you would never actually do.
Yeah. Don't do this in a real airplane. Bad idea.
So I gotta ask who's gonna buy the Twin Otter right away?
Me, hands up.
Are you pretty stoked, Carmen? Obviously.
Yeah, I like that machine.
We had a lot of fun with that thing in X-Plane.
Yeah.
Was that one that you flew IRL?
No, never had the chance. A lot of them are out further west in Canada.
I was gonna say, are there any? There's like no Twin Otters in the East Canada, is there? I've never seen any around.
Oh no, not out here, and even like central Canada, I don't know that I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it's more a BC beast.
Yeah.
So you flew 208s, right?
Yeah, 208 PC-12.
That's coming up.
The Beech 1900D, and
Q.
and the Q400. Yeah.
Did you fly the Beech 1900 out west, or was that out here, or up north?
It was northwestern Ontario.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't
yeah.
see too many of those either, at least around the southern Ontario.
No, who was it? They have them out here on the East Coast. They use them for some regional stuff, or at least they did a few years ago.
Mm.
Fuel switch.
Oh shoot! Thank you. I've been just enjoying. There was a big old NASA plane that was doing like interesting circuits over right like over our house this morning.
Really?
I guess yeah, they were doing stuff for the storm. They were looking at the storm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like weather sort of deal?
Yeah.
Or oh.
Yeah. It was let's see, what kind of plane it was. It was a
Do you have a
Lockheed P-38 or P-3B.
Yeah, not a
Probably
P-38.
making it sound like an idiot.
That would be different.
P-38 Orion.
Orion?
Yeah,
Orion?
Orion.
Is that like a four?
Orion. Yeah, it's a four. It's a
Orion.
It's a big guy. 4-engine turboprop anti-submarine and maritime surveillance aircraft. Developed by the U.S. Navy, introduced in the 1960s.
Oh,
Yeah, it
it's like is that the same one Canada calls the Aurora?
Yes, I think. Yeah,
is it the same
variant
one?
CPE-140 Aurora. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Royal Canadian Air Force. Yeah.
It's stationed them in Greenwood, which is like 2.5 hours away from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They just do look for subs, and then they I think they do maritime surveillance and that sort of deal.
Yeah, it did. It was just in like these weird, between like Buffalo-ish and southwestern Ontario.
Tree 00 tree on the barrel.
Cool, thank you.
Ooh, it's quite a change.
Yeah.
Up we go.
Get back into cruise settings there.
So when do we get down to Bulgaria? Where are we
Sure,
now?
I know you literally just gave us the rundown like 10 minutes ago. But
we'll be in Bulgaria this evening. Plovdiv is where we're ending up. Oh, and I was going to mention too, Rain Man is doing the next 2 flights. He's already planned day 95, which will take us up a little bit further north into Bulgaria and then out towards the coast of the Black Sea. and then he's going to plan the next one after that as well that takes us through Istanbul.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice. Does he have ties to that area, or he just wanted to do
I
it?
think, if I recall correctly, Rain Man maybe took a vacation there along the Black Sea at one point.
Rain Man's
He
rich.
can probably verify that, but I think he knows the area a little bit.
Nargle says next airport once we cross the river.
Over the river, through the woods.
Are we really that close to Bulgaria already?
Oh, that's the Danube River. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, really?
Like I should know
Yeah.
The Danube.
Danube, that sounds like a Star Wars thing.
Yes, we'll be in Bulgaria after.
Oh, Rain Man's wife is
It's just-
Bulgarian and he has relatives there.
Ah, nice.
There
Why
you
did-
go.
Why did you go there? Your mother-in-law's there. Well, not a better tour guide then.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody know how to fix the drone camera where it gets fixed on like damn
Oh
it, my
god,
flaps
it's
are
so
down.
annoying. I don't know why it does that.
A position, just the ground?
That's just recent since Sim Update 7 too. I don't know.
Don't you like click the camera icon in the top menu thing and hit reset or something?
Is that
maybe.
what it is? I've been doing it on the controller and it's not actually doing it.
You guys know on the Bravo, Hutch, you might know this, when you set your like your DME to like a VOR or whatever, it'll show on the left-hand column your distance, and then do you know what the right side is?
Oh, you mean on the radio panel? Not
Oh,
the.
yeah, sorry, on the radio panel. Yeah.
Okay, left-hand side is distance, so I think right-hand side is one of your speeds, like true airspeed or ground speed or something.
Mine's 007.5 right now, so I tuned in one. Here, you can tune in 115. No, 110.2 is the CRV VOR.
For nav one.
Yeah,
Say that again.
110.2, I think. 110.2.
110.2.
So
Okay.
46.8 miles, which it shows on the left side, and then on the right side it's 10.5 right now.
I have 58.2. Oh, now it says 5.4.
Yeah, what is that? 11.9 now. Anyone know? 13.2.
6.5.
Yeah, what is it? I thought it was a
I
radial
swear
at
one
first.
was distance and one was speed, but now I'm not so sure about that.
Right?
Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to your conversation at all.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
If you were asking questions, I was zoned out.
It's the Logitech radio panel thing.
What was that, Hutch? Sorry?
He's asking something about the
Oh,
Logitech radio
Logitech.
panel.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make sense of the numbers. 17.2. What does that mean? It's gotta be reading something. Yeah, my dad spent like 6 months a year in Bulgaria and Sofia for like 10 years on a huge intermodal train project.
Oh no, wait, what? Train model?
Train project. He's a like a terminal engineer.
Well,
Huh.
Plans train terminals in like all over the world, like Africa and places that
Train
haven't been
terminals.
developed yet. Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff they don't tell you exists in school, you know?
Yeah, and of course he didn't even like go to school.
Tower, this is Ghost
I
Rider
get on
requesting
with
a
whatever all the
flyby.
time.
Good about it.
What's that?
Said I don't know if that makes me feel good about what he does or not good. You just, like, does
Different
he
time,
just
man.
make
Different
it up?
time.
Yeah.
He's not planning
Self-taught.
trains, just terminals, right?
Yeah, self-taught engineer.
Yeah. Matt, dude, what's going on? Thank you so much for the follow. As it's already posted there, we're on the East US server. If you want to jump in the Discord as well, the flight plan is in the Discord, so you could actually get it loaded in and then slew over to us if you wanted to. But thank you so much for the follow. And because you followed, welcome to the Legends Ground Crew! Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
What are you guys gonna go in here? Anywhere? 09 or 27?
Oh shoot, better descent.
27?
Going 27? Alright. 27 it is.
What?
We'll go heading mode.
Anyone have field info? I'm just gonna put it in 16 again, I guess.
Fuel.
20, 23 gallons. is what I
19 and
have.
23. Yeah.
Yeah, Jared tends to speed, so that makes sense.
I'm doing 25, 25.
Oh God,
100.
Carbon, we haven't been updating that flight plan command. I don't even remember the last time.
Do we still use the old site for that?
No, it's all on Stream Elements now.
Oh.
So you can do it in Stream Elements. Definitely something that is an oversight that I completely forgot about.
I just want to go have a look at it. I'll see if I can change it right now. But yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, hopefully if you log into Stream Elements, it doesn't log me out.
Oh,
It
I'm logged in
shouldn't.
now.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. That was a bit of an evil laugh.
Where is it?
Sure how much I love that.
Hey,
Chat
we're this. So this is the demarcation. What am I trying to say? The place?
Militarized zone?
No, the border, man, the border. Romania and Bulgaria. Big ol' riv. We are in Bulgaria. Remember when we had patches and flags? That was fun. Too many countries now.
One day he's just gonna put a globe icon sticker in
I think
there.
when we
Oh,
finish
okay.
this, we can just deck out all the liveries with all the flags.
That'd be a good community challenge. Build a livery incorporating as many
Ooh,
national flags as possible.
that we touched.
Sure.
Can't put them all in.
Probably wouldn't use those words, but yeah.
That to be fondled.
Oh boy.
We fondled the countries. That's what we did, man. It's just an accurate description. They got wineries here? Two Poplars Winery.
Stop touching me.
You guys said runway 27, right?
Roger.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to enter a right down for 27.
There we
Right.
go.
Hey, look at that. It works.
I'll do that from now on, promise.
You know what? Honestly, I completely forgot about it until
Someone requested it.
until Fnargle just did it.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it, I was like, well, that doesn't look accurate.
Right, all the like E. Isn't that UK? Or West Europe? Kinda what
I don't
those icons
remember.
are?
Where is that? That must be Norway or something, is it?
Maybe.
Oh, Sweden. It's been a while.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Sweden? Oh, that's okay. That's not that old then. That's not bad.
Fun camera time.
Touch and go here, correct?
TNGs.
Yeah.
TNG
dirty TNG.
store. We really care.
Jared's actually gonna do this time?
Yeah, it came down.
Superstore for
Came down just for
farm
you guys.
auto hardware.
We appreciate that.
Oh yeah, bud.
What I appreciate about you.
Right
that what you
base,
appreciate about
runway
me?
27, dirty TNG.
Dirty TNG.
Dirty. Why make it dirty?
It's just Jared. You
There's a
know how
clean
it is.
DNG and there's dirty TNGs.
You got a
What?
TNG on the rocks? Going off the pavement or on the pavement?
Yeah, that's what it is. Clean TNG on the pave, dirty TNG on the grass.
Okay. I mean, I believe you.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. On final. Everyone's cutting in on me.
Yeah, you went kind of wide there.
I did not.
Okay.
Okay. Got a 16 knot crosswind. That's all.
Yeah.
Is it straight cross? Probably.
Ooh.
I really need to put that nameplate mod in. I can't even see the flipping runway right now.
I love it.
All
It is
their
the
name
best
tags,
mod in the game by far in the sim.
Never succumb to that mod.
It's the best. It's just so clean.
Succumbed. So I see every mod.
Alright.
How long can I hold off?
Like when they get too popular, then it becomes like, I don't think I actually want that, you know?
Right.
I don't need that.
Wow.
Oh, don't grab.
There,
Oh,
there.
hey,
Actually,
oh,
that
hey.
helps. Get out of my way. You're in the way.
Why is my engine stopped? What the heck? Hey.
It's a built-in feature.
At least your drone camera's working.
Is yours still stuck?
It's just broken, yeah.
Super, I was sad to see someone post in the BLL Battalion channel. What, 2 days ago?
You say BLL Italian channel?
Yeah.
BLL Battalion.
Ah. I was like, we got an Italian channel?
Oh yeah, dude.
Sweet.
You know, the pew pews have died off rather abruptly. With the poor.
Yeah. I mean, they stopped doing anything for the game and then took like 3 weeks off. And then when they came back, they complained about everybody complaining. So
Did they seriously like?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
What did they say?
Oh, I'd have to go back and find the tweet.
Do it. Just kidding.
Like they have a point. Like everyone was complaining while they were off, but like people need time off, so I totally get it. But don't come back and be a whiny little bee about it. Just say, hey guys, you know, the holiday went well. We're ready to get back to work. Done. That's it. That's all you got to say. Don't come back and say, oh, I just got back to my desk and I looked at Reddit and holy cow, you guys had a lot to complain about. We need time off too. Like, dude, get out of here. Release content or your game is dead. Just plain and simple.
Who said that? Microsoft?
No, DICE. Some of the guys that run DICE for Battlefield.
DICE is EA, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Was this like just some of
EA.
their community managers saying that, or like these are? Like
I don't even. I think it was like head
You
developer
want to go land
type
on
guys.
this island?
Jeez.
It wasn't the
Interesting.
main guy for Drunky or whatever his name is.
That
Drunky.
island in the middle of the river is completely covered in trees for me.
Maybe
gonna
there's an
pass.
opening.
There's possibly a beach.
There's
There is possibly a beach on the far northeast side closest to us.
Look
there.
at what Jared's looking at as he says maybe there's an opening.
It was so beautiful. I'm just want some action.
There
mean,
is
you might-
possibly some beach on the left side as you come up on
Yeah,
it.
it's a
Left
little
side?
green, but you might be able to land there.
I mean,
Yeah, left side. It's not much.
You're in?
though.
yes.
Carbon
You're kind
here?
of like your nose
Yeah,
is pointing
parts.
right at it, Jared.
I'm what? I'm not.
That
Yeah,
green
left
spot
side,
right
like
down
where that
there.
shadow-looking thing is. Some
Yeah.
of that is actually a beach. That's
Okay.
the only place you're gonna have.
Fargo's coming over.
I don't know. I
Also,
think you
you're
could get it in
super
between
high.
the trees.
The real pilots are.
You're gonna have to
coming
go around there.
The real pilots.
You want to take the
Jeez.
headwind though.
over. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Right there, Jerry. You can put it down right there on that beach.
You think- I'd have to come the other way.
I didn't
Oh,
see
there's little
any
spots
other
there, too.
clearing really. That was long.
I'll check the other side while I'm over here.
Look at these scavengers, like they're just poking a hole in the island defenses. Trying to find the weak spot.
Remember, you can dip your toes now. You just can't go deep. All right. There's okay.
You can't
Yeah, play
get
just the
depth
tip.
into water too quickly either, right? That seems to be what gets guys. Oh yeah. Carbon's got a correct glide path here.
That's all underwater, I think.
On the left? Like where it looks like
Yeah.
a shadow almost?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, the water's it's into the tree line a little bit.
Is it? Then I don't
This-
think you
what
got
about this?
anything.
What about this? What about this?
If you see where Super is at, there's some more of these little
this?
islands up here in the river. Might be better
Oh,
options.
baby. Oh, baby.
Jared, that is water. Where are you? Where are you? What?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
are you
That was
landed? You're in
Gorgeous,
the
dude.
what?
What?
That
is
was
going
beach.
Oh,
on?
there's grass there. I thought that was just shallow water. I was gonna say that's cool.
No.
He's got crash turned off.
No.
Yeah, for
Look at-
sure he does.
No. You can
Driving
dip your
to the
toes
For
out.
sure he does.
No, that was beautiful, man.
That was beautiful. I,
Go touch one of those trees then.
No, never.
Now, how do you get out, Jer?
I don't know. I'm gonna flip around here. There's J-Dog. Oh, wow.
Who just flew by you there?
Here I come to save the day.
Yeah, Kirby's going. Look, you got a lot of room here.
Yeah, see, Kev found
You gotta
a
go in
really
real
good island
slow.
up there.
Wow. Listen to these buzzards. Oh, no. Where am I? Oh.
Did you just lose your drone camera?
Uh-huh. What is this drone? Oh, that's so annoying, man. Oh, wow. What? What?
Did you slew? How did you get back there?
No, I just hit the...
Look at Carmen trying to crab this wind into a.
Why is he under... What is going on? See? Perfect. Yeah, baby!
Super, I'm gonna land on one of these islands that you just flew
Why
over.
don't you guys have
They're all
each
way
other's
behind us now.
liveries? Jared doesn't have carbon at all.
We already discussed this. Jared did not do the patch.
No,
I
no,
have
like,
everything.
you don't have, but you don't have carbon on camera. Like he's on the island beside you.
I know.
Is that him?
Oh,
that's not him.
jeez, this is gonna be scary. Oh no, wait a second. I need to backtrack because I need the headwind.
I was gonna say. There's
Oh,
no
oh
way
yeah, the good
you're
call.
doing
Yeah,
that with
yeah,
the
yeah.
tail.
We need to.
Kev Kev found a.
Oh, there's
fantastic
carbon. Yeah, I have
island
carbon.
there.
See?
This is the Blue Danube.
I have carbon.
Rainman, what's the correct pronunciation?
Super. Super.
Yeah. What? Yeah, you
You
have
have
him
to
now.
acknowledge me now. You
You
chirp
have
me.
him now. Yeah. I see him on your thing now. But I'm watching Carbon because he has a Kodiak.
500.
That is a
in front of
Kodiak.
him. Who is it?
It's I don't know who it is. So I can't get out of your way, bud. You're gonna have to just go right through me. There's no way you're getting out of here. There's no way you're getting in here in a Kodiak. Good luck. J-Dog. I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
Trust you.
Dan Ubi. Alright, thank you for that. There's a really easy
Look at Carbon dipping his toes.
river island up ahead after that
Oh
one.
gosh!
Oh,
Look at him drop the flaps! What a
That
takeoff!
was
Wow.
sick.
Oh, look, somebody's in.
Whoa.
Come in. Hit the brakes.
Get on the
Oh,
brakes.
oh, nice
Whoa,
job,
That
dude.
was
That was-
sick.
that was
Whoever that
fancy.
was.
This is fun.
I can't wait to find the keys like 90 seconds later.
Flip it around.
All right, Jer. Show us what you got.
All
You
right.
saw Carbon do
I'll
it,
spend
so you
money
know you
on
can be
that
done.
jet crash here.
Oh, Jer's crashing for sure.
Yeah.
We landed in the Danube. That's not bad. Not bad.
Pop those flaps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was squirrely.
Wow. Problem.
That looked like that
That
wing
is
was
a
stalling.
crosswind.
Oh, that was really good.
Where are you down?
My turn. I want to see who came in there after me. I'm gonna wait for a second. I'm gonna circle back around. I'm gonna do
That's
a
where,
little
are you
flyby.
on an island?
Lonely Gamer. Nice job, Lonely Gamer.
I
Nice
just
job.
kept flying because I was watching you guys on stream.
Wait, where? Oh yeah. Was there a dead
What?
stick? I touched it.
No.
No, there's just a really good
Was there a dead stick? What's Hutch doing? Hutch never lands. Was there a dead stick?
Oh, that was fun. That was a fun little chow. Little chowly chow.
Real easy island up here where we're at. Carbon.
In the Danube.
Danube.
What to say? Alright, alt, 600 feet. Go heading mode. Sync that heading bug.
There we go.
Man, I really do hope that working title gets
What
all the
a
functionality
legend!
of the NXi and these other things, because just simple stuff like arming GPS, you know, like as you're
500.
intercepting a heading, and
What did you say you hope they do?
there's so many nice little functionalities. I hope they get the G3X and the other Garmin's
Oh.
up to snuff, because
Well, they put out their like developer or whatever. I think should help if somebody wanted to tackle it.
oh,
Yeah,
like
if they do it, it'll be better because it'll be built in, right? Like
right.
that.
Just little things. Like I really like the OBS functionality to get runway heading and arming GPS. Little things. That quality of life.
Hey, Minnesota Reg 97. Hey, Minnesota. Thanks for the race sub.
Minnesota has two accounts.
Tier 1 race sub. Minnesota Reg 97.
I like that voice. Can you do that all the time?
I don't think I could. I probably couldn't even do it now. Now that I've stopped.
Carbon UT and Gene in that little spot that I think you're going into.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's a lot more space than you think it is. Kev got in there with the Kodiak blindfolded.
Well, it's not a challenge. Yes, no, I can't. Now I can't hit drone mode, or else it'll put me 30 miles back.
If you hit the end, go into your drone mode for a second and hit the end button once more.
Ah. Oh. Okay. So that's annoying. Because that's a redrive everything, and then my game's crashed once when it's done that.
Yeah.
So that's just since Sim Update 7, because that never used to be an issue. I'm gonna do this on myself. So.
Damn it, my flaps are down.
Let's see, Walk the Beagle, we are coming up on Lima, Bravo, Mike, Oscar.
Oh,
LM.
Jer. I'm gonna do this on myself. Damn it, my flaps are down. I'm gonna have to step away for a few minutes here shortly.
Okay.
I gotta get
Super,
some
you getting
work
the
done.
twatter?
Pardon?
Are you getting the twatter?
I don't know.
This was your plane.
Like, no, it wasn't.
You were all excited about it.
I am excited about it. I just don't know how often I'll fly it. Jeez, I'm sorry.
You're annoying me.
I've got all the other planes, and I just never fly outside of the Jersey right now.
Twin Otter's different, man.
It's not. It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
Some of us just can't love every airplane, Jer.
You have to learn to love airplanes for the airplane. This is gorgeous. Is this where you
Current
touchdown?
time in Sid
Yep.
is
I just did
900.
touch and go.
Yeah. Boy, yep. That was not bigger than it was smaller than I thought.
The twatter is a Kodiak with a spare engine.
Yeah, that's my only reason of being like, maybe I'll wait a bit.
So hold on, you're giving me crap, and you're not even gonna get it yourself.
I bought the Kodiak, sir.
Ugh. Good lord.
So is it coming out tomorrow?
19.
Next day. Tomorrow.
Day
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's tomorrow. The day after tomorrow will be.
Wind.
I'm sure I'll get it. Just because the it's flown so much down in
You've already bought it.
St.
Oh,
Bart's and everything, and I love that. And getting the Lukla. We're gonna be coming up to the Himalayas here in another few months. Might have
We're
to
gonna
rent
need to
it for
figure
the
that out,
journey.
by the way, boys. We're gonna have to figure that one out.
How to get the Cub over 30,000 feet.
We need an aircraft that can fly high enough and that can store the Cub broken down in the back.
We can take the X-Cub to base camp, store it there, and then rent our twatters and our Kodiaks.
And then what? Go back and pick it up?
No, we freight it.
This became a
I'll
very
take,
expensive
On
trip.
like a C-130.
I'll take a cargo freighter. Meet you guys on the other end. Might take you longer to get there though.
There's a lot of VORs around here, eh?
What do you got in right now?
Nothing currently, but I'm just looking ahead. If we throw in, what is that, 117.55?
117.55, stand by.
I don't know if we'll pick it up yet. Yep. 48 miles.
40.9er?
40
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to look up what that other number is.
Is it a
Distracting.
radial thing? No.
I feel like it's not, 'cause I swear we used it when we did that Piper VOR nav flight.
Yeah, I thought so too. ADF, it's not picking up.
But now I'm just like confused more than anything.
We definitely used it when we did the England Piper flight.
Yeah, who set that up? Was that Merlin?
Merlin.
Yeah.
That was a
That
heck
was
of
a-
it. That was fun,
That
man.
was a great one.
It's nice to do those every once in a while and refresh the old staleness.
So we're gonna land in Montana next.
What?
As if that makes any sense.
Man, 15 knots down at like 800 feet.
Is it still on the tail? Oh, yeah, I got 26 knots, 2,500.
Yeah.
How far out are you there, Hutch?
38 point... Oh wait, no. That's the VOR. 12.
12. Okay. I guess we're about 7, 8 miles behind you guys.
I'm 3
A bunch of
miles
us
out.
landed at one of those islands to try to give you guys a chance to catch up, so... Why isn't this open?
Is there a way to boost volumes any higher in Discord at all?
You can right click on the name, I think, and go up to 200%, if I
Oh.
remember right.
Is that for you to
Yeah,
hear
I've
us
got that.
better?
To hear you guys better, yeah.
You could put your, because you use voice meter, right?
Oh. Did I just fix that? Maybe not.
500.
No, I don't have voice meter anymore.
Oh,
Force meter.
I was gonna say.
Keep
'cause
seeing
you
all
can
these. Sorry, go ahead.
Increase it. Oh, I was just gonna say because you can increase it in there. Is the green part the runway?
Are you
or
up
the-
there already?
Brown part.
Do we have any field information for Lima, Bravo, Mike, Oscar?
Yeah, it's 741 feet.
Elevation.
Oh, wait. What? Yeah, elevation is 741.
Yeah.
Oh, I came in way too hard. Oh my
Are we
lord.
straight
okay.
in?
Yeah, but be careful. Make sure you're paying attention on like what I just did.
I was gonna say, if it's straight in, you just landed with like a 20 plus knot tailwind.
Yeah, it was not ideal. It was very uncomfortable.
Not advisable.
The next one, Dragoman, is got a big X on it on a little nav map.
It's got a big X on it?
Yeah, on a little nav map, and it's crossed out.
Rego Man? I don't have it crossed out. Open for me, not for you.
Not for me.
That's cool. You don't get to land there.
I didn't want to anyway. God. What's the elevation of that one? 2300.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you hungry? That's super hungry. Sounds.
No. It's I have work
That's the
to
sound he
do
makes
and-
before dinner.
Yeah.
His wife. Me hungry.
All right,
Super hungry.
I will be right back.
Roger.
Well, I'll be a little bit. I have a little bit of work I need to do.
Roger.
So the show's on you.
Don't say that.
No pressure.
Go.
I don't know. That might be Super's mating call.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going yet. I don't sound that sexy.
Super's excited.
Not cool, guys. Not cool. There's nothing in the owner's manual for the radio panel, Jer, that says what that is.
What? Well, thank you for checking. Mine's been between like 110 and 102, slowly changing.
See, I'm at 80.2, now it's 78.9.
I think it's a radial thing. Although it doesn't make much sense.
What? Yeah, what does that give me?
You're, it's 80 degrees. I don't know. 99. Yeah, what is, I don't know what it is. Airspeed? Nope, cannot airspeed.
Volcan, if you want to fly with us, we typically fly in USA East, and our next stop is LBMO, and you can just follow the crew.
Larry, Banana, Minnesota, Ostrich.
Yes, exactly. And if you want more information on the flights, because they happen every Monday and Thursday on a regular schedule, you can just go to our Discord link on the Twitch page down below. Or you can click that one. Thanks, Gorilla. You're the bestest.
You guys already to Montana and passed?
Not myself. I'm like 7 miles out.
Oh, okay.
No, I just overflew it though.
Roger.
We are heading into the mountains again, so they're going to want some elevation here. And there are clouds, which I don't.
Don't give them any hints.
I'm just trying to figure out how high I'm going to get here.
Alright, go.
Yeah, I don't know what the elevation of that ridge is. The sector altitude,
Where do you get that info?
8,600.
Quick from Carbon. Is that the VFR sectional map?
I put it on the Google terrain overlay on Little Nav Map,
Oh, okay.
and then zoom out a little bit, and you can see the sector elevation.
Jared, it is the radial.
It is the radial.
Correct.
So radial, but that doesn't make sense. 91. 91.
There's a whole post on the forums about it.
Okay.
On the Microsoft Flight Sim forum, sorry. Not the Logitech forum.
Make any sense?
Oh, Super gonna make it. Oh, shh.
Yeah,
That's so true.
Quiet. Everyone quiet. Super's gonna drive right into a mountain.
I'm literally right beside. Literally
Oh,
right beside, just working on my work PC. I'm watching. I'm climbing,
hate that.
and I have my
Hate that for
headphones
you.
on. I can hear you. Good. Oh, I'm going back to work.
For the last time, put it on the teleprompter. He will read it. Did you see the screenshot challenge for this week, Jer?
Nope. What is it?
Of course you didn't. Now I have to try to remember what it was.
I do
Something
recall.
with water, I want to say.
Okay,
Somebody
I
should
don't
know it.
recall that.
Oh, no. It's the like Baja Peninsula, California Baja Peninsula in Mexico.
Apology accepted.
Wow.
Okay.
Macho Man?
I don't even think I've heard that one before.
Yeah, I don't think that was great. It just scared me.
Carbon, I can't remember. You get into the Marvel movies or no?
A little bit. It kind of depends on what one it is.
Have you watched the Eternals yet? It just went on
I
Disney.
haven't, but I do want to watch it.
I
Have
say,
you watched it?
I have not, but I have not watched anything in a while with work stuff. It looks intriguing though. Oh man, I'm only at 5,800, which is not quite enough to clear it, and it's -8 already.
Oh.
And there's clouds, so this is gonna be interesting. And a 33 knot cross wind from the right to left.
I think I'll stay in Montana in a ranch.
Oh, that was a rough touchdown. Oh well.
Got a quartering tailwind here.
It wasn't even the field, I don't think.
I feel like I'm not climbing very well right now.
Ooh.
Alright. Let's try.
Something in the 7,500 range should be good enough. 7 to 75 depending on where you cross over the top.
All right.
Maybe 8,000. Oh, Grill says 6,500 is fine.
Okay. Perfect. Is that in cloud though? Or is it
There,
over top?
I guess there are clouds all around the top of it, but there are spots to shoot through. If you're one of those pilots.
Damn it, my flaps are down.
Yep.
I was like, what? Not me. What?
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Back into the snow, huh?
Just like that.
Man, I love this new the new Wolf, especially Legends logo. The cabin. It's so cool.
Oh, good.
What inspired that, Carbon? Just feeling it was time for change?
Just a little bit of a refresh of the logo, and I want to make it look maybe a touch more modern than it was, and then
Nice.
boredom, maybe a little bit. There is a building on it.
Down. It's dead stick
Oh.
time.
Oh, that's not
Hold that
good.
thought.
Hold that thought.
Oh boy.
Nobody
I got
leave
like
their
one
cameras.
chance. I have one chance to get this right.
Oh, you guys made it way too easy on me.
Yeah, me too. I'm back with Kirby.
Who did that? Was that Skypod? He's already landed on the mountain. Who was that? Three Sheets Nation?
Best glide. 59?
Yeah.
Like over here trying to set power. Dummy.
Oh yeah, so the building that's in the logo is actually kind of a famous building. I don't think anybody's figured what it is.
Punch
or
Dickens home?
figured. Nope.
That was my suggestion, but. Well, this is.
So maybe I'll have to do a little bit of a prize if anybody figures it out.
That's kind of a cool idea, yeah.
Is it super obscure?
No, I wouldn't call it obscure at all. No, just yeah,
Is it
It's
Canadian?
aviation related.
Is it just an outhouse?
Yeah.
I'll zoom in on the cabin once I land here.
Dude, I got about 20 feet off the ground and got hit by the biggest drift of wind. Almost flipped me on my side. That was scary. The snow depth is not my favorite. Depth of field is what I meant to say.
Yeah, there's no snow depth.
Alright, I'm down and come on, brakes.
This is just way too easy. I gotta do something here.
Am I just
How high am I?
My wheels are not moving, but I am sliding. So we're gonna hurry and clear prop.
You know what? I was going to ask you that. Do they have different like friction built in and default for snow covered versus non-snow covered versus wet, or is it all the same?
Oh, you mean surface condition?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got in Canada. They used. Sorry.
No, in the game, like a.
Oh, in the game.
Yeah.
There is different frictions for different surfaces. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because I was taxiing out in a 320 in Toronto this morning with the snowstorm, and I could have swore I was like sliding a bit.
Holy crap! Okay, okay. Thicket. Good luck with that.
I don't know that it's variable at all, Jer, with like depth of snow or icing or anything like that, but
nice.
There is different friction for different surfaces.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely slid down that mountain with full brakes applied.
Oh,
Alright, what was I doing? Before I was so rudely interrupted.
Alright, start the climb again.
Yep.
Alright. I took off on a slippery mountain, the 33 knot direct crosswind, on the peak of the mountain, full brunt of the wind. Nearly died. Didn't die, but nearly died.
Alright, Carbonzo, I'm following you out.
Oh, you're right with me? Oh, there you are. Yeah. I'm climbing out at 70 knots.
Okay. You going flight plan?
Yeah. For now, anyway.
70 knots.
Ooh, there's some beautiful clouds up in front of us here, boys. Lufo did not make it to the airport. Please survived, though. Ouch.
Ow.
Just
Bulgaria.
have this little, like, swiveling mouse pad under my desk that I use when I'm flying. Hit my knuckles on it every time. Every time.
Gotta get maps open. I'm always interested where we are.
This next little bit is going to be tricky. These clouds are low and these mountains are high. This is not a good combination. Do you still have the whatever map you called that, Carbon, that gives you the elevation, highest peaks or whatever?
Let me zoom in, see if I can get.
Looks like these
better
bottoms
top
are at like between 6,500 and 7,000 maybe? Which is slightly concerning. And it is icy up here. Very icy.
Icy mittens?
No icy mittens tonight.
I know. Isn't that guy?
Give him a pass.
I suppose. I think I want more tea.
Same kind of tea? Different kind of tea?
Drinking this weird, like, I quite dislike it, but I drink it because it's something. And,
Is it bougie?
yeah, it's just liquid. Evening liquid, call it.
Ooh,
It's like a
spicy?
sleepy. It's like a sleepy time. It's called. It's just, but it's got a lot of chamomile in it. I'm not a big chamomile guy.
Chamomile?
Yeah, you know I'm not a big chamomile guy.
I could have put you
You
down
wouldn't-
as a chamomile guy.
No, you wouldn't. Come on. Nobody
Oh
likes
boy, a lot of
chamomile.
clouds. A lot of clouds. A lot of clouds. Not good. Get me down.
I'm not seeing the clouds. I mean, they're looking pretty
you-
wispy so far.
You got clouds right in front of you. What are you talking about?
I know, but
It's right before Labradoodle Airport here. LBDR.
Labradoodle.
Yeah.
Labradoodle Airport.
Roger.
Oh, fuel check. Oh,
Oh, thank you. That was close.
left main. It's burned from the lefty. Oh no! Oh
Over to
no!
the left, Roger.
Oh no! Oh, there it is. Wow. I turned it off like 4 times. It's a bad sound. Got
Man,
38 from
Up a little ice. Not too bad yet, though.
Yeah, no, it wasn't very bad. 9 degrees, minus 9 degrees currently. 6,300. Woof.
Pull up that carb heat. Cold in here. Minus 14.
Is this actually a landing field coming up or no? Looks like it's just a waypoint. Unless I'm blind.
Dragoman Airstrip? LBDR?
Yeah, Labradoodle Airport.
Let me go to the satellite view. It's supposed to be there.
That's not what you want to hear. See like some buildings and there's something in the shape of an H, it looks like. Skypod is down where it's supposed to be, it looks like. Oh, major icing
deviate.
right here.
Around some of these clouds here.
No, we're gonna go autopilot off. I think I see it. Skypod's pointing right at it. Little tiny guy, looks like.
I mean, Carbon, if you're flying through this in real life, these little tiny poofy guys, there won't be much ice, right?
No.
Trace, maybe.
I mean, technically, you don't want any ice on your non-icing certified airplane.
I know, but, you know.
But really, like wispy clouds, you're probably not going to see much of anything. Unless you're flying through a lot of them.
I found the field. It is right by that little pond, lake, whatever this is.
I'm picking up, yeah, just the tiniest
Sky,
amount.
Skypod's on the field. 3009er.
009er.
Landing lights on. Fullest tank selected. Landing check.
Oh boy. That's my
Had to
guy.
add fullest tank on. Getting too many problems without it. It's a very short runway, by the way.
3009 altimeter. The ultimate meter. Wow. Look at that jolt I just got.
Over the ridge.
Oof. Oof.
Get down, girl. There you go. Ooh, windy.
This.
Weather veining.
This.
Les! Les, can you hear us?
So what's Jared got on his shelf here?
On his shelf? Oh, books and stuff?
Yeah.
You got some vinyls up there, maybe?
Yeah, what are those?
Jared definitely seems like he could be a vinyls guy.
I want it all. I'm a vinyls guy?
Oh, yeah, we're curious what you got on your shelf back there.
Yeah, bud.
Just books. Up here.
Yeah.
Bobbleheads. Signed
Bobblehead?
baseballs.
Bubbleheads of what? Signed baseballs. I was like, those look like mushroom people. I don't know why.
Yeah, these are all signed baseballs. And then a bunch
it
of Blue
was
Jay
super
bobbleheads.
close.
Oh, cool.
Who's on the baseballs?
We got Albert Bell, Frank Robinson, Herman Killebrew. I
Frankie
got a
Rob?
ball that I hit out of the Field of Dreams park.
No chance.
Jesse
Verified?
Butterfield. Felipe Alou, I think is up there. Carlos Baerga. Yeah.
Got a Vladdy Jr. ball yet?
Oh, dude, I wish.
That thing would have its own lighting on it.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up some nasty icing here if I don't get down. Let's
Yep.
dive.
We might have to have a reading time with Jer on the longer legs.
I mean, my wife is a librarian, so I got access to lots of books.
Nice.
Let's dive down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at about 4,000, I think. These clouds look low again.
You guys going in for runway 29?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
it
still
wasn't
9
too
miles
bad.
out.
It is not very long. There was a weird wind gusts on kind of a long final going in. Jeez, I need to
33 is pattern
Mercury
altitude.
tower here.
Yeah, something like that.
What should we listen to tonight?
Green Day?
Yeah, I could throw on Dookie.
Cause I'm a green.
I just put Dookie in Discord instead of Spotify. And Dookie has been spoken twice in our history. One by Officer Wolf and another one by Crazy. Crazy on April 1st, 2020 said, "Gotta drop a fat Dookie."
Good to know. Healthy. Yeah. All clean.
Good times.
Next stop coming up is LBDR. That's the one I think most people are touching down at.
About half of us have already left. Half of you are approaching. If you guys just departed,
Is it just on the other
looks like.
side of this ridge here?
Yeah.
It is, and it's right by the water if you're
Okay.
having a hard time finding it. Which, you know, very likely.
Oh, this is a cool ridge.
So I know
Be fun.
Photos and Kev, Rainman, a bunch of guys from Argyle. Everybody's been planning the next event for the Bush League Legends.
Nice.
It'll be coming up probably the end of February. Carbon, I saw just as before I came on here that you might have an idea as well.
Yeah.
We can kind of do like an impromptu thing, but I don't won't necessarily talk about it.
Cool.
But,
I just don't know how difficult it is to move stuff around, like the aircraft.
It's easy. It's easy.
Is it?
And it can be like a super kind of like last minute just fast thing if you want to do something like that.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Make
Just
some
pay for the instant transfers, which we have plenty of cash
Yeah.
flow for, I think.
yeah, instant
Last time I
transfers.
checked.
Get a storyline, just run it. You know.
Copy it straight off CNN.
Yep.
Paste, play. Got some low clouds up here on the way to Bravo Sierra Foxtrot. I think
Perfect.
these are touching the ground and back. Not good. It is 1 degree Celsius at 3,000 feet though, so that might be okay.
Is Super flying through icing? Is that what I just saw? Is in icing conditions
Does
there?
appear to be building up ice, yes. It's got some in that bottom left of his window.
Why am I rolling so hard? At neutral.
Wind?
I don't. Maybe. Huh, weird.
That's
It was
kind of
getting,
a
like,
cool little,
weird downdraft.
cool little field. I like the location of that.
Right by the water there.
Mm. Just over the top of the ridge, and
Yeah, coming in over there.
mhm.
I really like how they've done the transition between snow and non-snow. Like, it looks really good. Just a little
Yeah.
patchy. Looks great.
I agree.
Is it asphalt?
Yes.
I think I'll do a dirty
Roger.
TNG. Hill grass.
Oh, I
Alright,
meant to ask
so-
you there. How was Pack X when you used it that last time?
It was good.
Worth going back to?
Yeah, it's just another little extra
One more
little
thing to
immersion
throw in.
factor. Another reason for you just to wait for passenger boarding. It's good though. I like it. I hate having to run FSU IPC. Not that I don't. It's pretty light. Don't really think it does much, but it's just another thing.
If you guys want the frequency for the ILS in Sophia, it's 110.7.
110.7. Roger.
Localizer inbound is 89, 089 degrees.
Roger. That's
So
for Bravo Sierra Fox.
Yes.
Course 89. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh boy.
Oh, what is it? Oh, flight plan. That's the one that gives the entire route.
Yeah. 110.7 you said, right?
Yeah.
And 89.
So where do you put 89
Yeah.
right now when you're not there?
I typically don't put it in this because once you flip it over, it should automatically
It did.
configure itself.
Right. So
Yep.
you just changed the nav source. Is that what we do? Oh, we
Yeah.
changed the VOR, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mine actually said Loc 1 when I did it.
Did it? Okay.
Established. Not really.
And 110.7 is for runway
Oh.
27.
11?
Sorry.
10? What
Is
was it?
Super gonna stall?
Oh, that would be awesome. Please say it.
And all the ice.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh my god, he's gonna just spin it.
He's just full nose up now, almost, isn't he? Why is he going nose up like that? Is he hiking heavily?
I'm
Vulcan,
guessing it's trimming
US, correct.
to maintain altitude, but it can only maintain, or speed's decreasing while it is trying to maintain altitude.
Gotcha. Vulcan, East US, and we are coming up at Lima Bravo Sierra Fox.
You said 089, eh? So that's for runway 9. Want you gonna take the tailwind?
Yeah, why not?
Sounds good.
Less than 10 knots at 2700.
Ooh, look at this. Just heading deeper and deeper into these dark clouds.
Visibility is not great, not gonna lie.
2% of death mission.
Oh man. He's gonna die.
Alright, I have the lead-in lights.
Roger.
Flaps 1, please.
Talking to me.
Landing lights on. Full tank, landing check was complete.
Are these clouds getting like really low to the ground?
All the way to the ground, yep.
Yeah, let me check to see what
What's Sophia's METAR?
Light rain at the field, Jer. Visibility probably 2 to 5 miles.
No worry about icing though.
No, it's 1 degree at
Okay.
3,000 feet. Should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Winds 320, 10 knots.
That's dead on. Actually, at the field, 320, 10, bouncing between 10 and 11. Are we full stop here since?
Yeah, I guess we can do a regroup.
I'm
Sounds
17
good.
miles
Except for Super.
Yeah, he's gonna have to reload. Right, so it's probably helpful for him.
Super's plane has to be so heavy.
It's turning into a big ice block.
It's just starting to wear all the clouds on it now. Man, this airplane does not want to land. Come on, touchdown. There we go.
Welcome to paradise.
What was this field called again?
Sophia.
Sophia, roger.
Is it Sophia
Runway 9
International?
down and
Because that's
clear.
where my dad would have flown into.
Yep.
It does look like quite a big airport.
Oh, it's 11,000 feet. You get all the big boys in here.
Oh yeah, bud.
Oof.
Get you a 777 in here?
Oh yeah.
Dreamliner?
The DL?
Dare I say you could get a A380 in here?
Are you watching any more airlines videos?
I'll pop them on here and there when I'm working late and just need noise to distract.
Right? Yeah. They did like I think like a 13 or 14 hour stream yesterday.
Why, dude?
These are crazy. They wanted to wait. There was a Qantas
Another
A380 departing on the
A380?
south side.
Was he on the right side of the airport this time?
They had both covered.
Oh, that's probably. It was so funny that night. I don't think you made it.
No,
to
no, I
when it
didn't.
finally
When
left.
he sent me in, they were like, "No, he's turning," because he
That was
actually
so funny.
he put tail to the south, so they thought he was going north, and then he did like a 180 loop.
Yeah, there's a weird like taxiway right there that they pointed him towards and then took it to turn around.
Yeah.
Like hearing the like disdain in his voice as he watched it on flight radar start taxiing
Yeah.
the He's like, "No, I waited out over 12 hours." All there, nothing.
What's glide slope capture?
Oh, the altitude?
Mine
Roughly.
captured really
No idea.
early. Arm
It's what is it?
turn on way too early.
1,700 feet field elevation.
Yeah, 1742.
40. Yep.
Oh, okay, so we'll go down at 1,500 feet.
Here comes the rain.
Yeah, rain is picking up, and it's rain mixed with snow now.
Did you
So
guys
you're gonna
install
wanna hurry
that
up there.
giant Sophia scenery mod?
I did.
Did you? Nice. I want to
Yeah.
see how it looks.
Oh dang it, I did not.
Too bad it's raining.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Yeah, light
I can
rain
see a bit down
has
there, it's not too
turned
bad.
into
Is it
moderate.
photogrammetry?
It is, yeah.
Nice. Is it murdering performance?
It's not terrible. There's definitely been much worse.
Yeah, I'm doing okay so far.
Nice. Super has hypoxia. Yes, he does. Poor Super.
All right. Lope captured.
Mine like did not try to get lined up until almost the last second, just so you know.
We have an approach mode on the Bravo, and does it work? I've never hit it.
It does, yeah.
Nice.
For it, yeah. This should be the third one in from the
Yeah,
left.
I've never actually pressed it. I'm gonna try. And we'll go heading.
There's like a way to clear it. Oh yeah, you just have to keep clicking it until it goes away.
Glide slope armed.
Heyo.
Gotta love it.
Click on below, so I'm just gonna stay at this altitude. Nine miles.
All right. There, 1,000 to go.
minimums in this bad boy?
Oh, just at a couple hundred feet. 1942. How about that?
All right, 1942.
Ooh. That is some poor visibility.
It is slowly getting better. Whatever this is blowing through quite fast.
Oh, that's good.
But it does seem like it's rain mixed with snow now. Temperature's right at 0 degrees at the field.
Bulgaria. Can't believe we're
Lead
here.
in lights. Runways in sight.
Attaboy.
Rudder, try to pop
Not
out
going
the runway 9 clear.
Glide slope is alive.
Oh, here comes rain there.
Thanks for getting us that frequency. Couldn't have done it without it.
Autopilot disengage.
There comes the rain. Is that snow? It's snowing.
Rain mixed with snow for sure.
This is a good low vis for the ILS. I'm liking it.
Looks like we have clouds starting to break up over the top of the field though. So it might not last too much longer. Although punch appears to be off course.
Yeah, I just blew through the Loke.
Oh, is Super stalling?
I can't tell. Oh, he looks very low. Can someone do redeem super?
Yeah, for Super, yeah.
Quickly. Carbon's down and clear. Vulcan is in an F-18. I don't know if you're able to assist with super kick me. He's gonna need. Rainman, see you, buddy.
Rainman's out. See you,
Yeah,
man.
have a good night, man.
Thursday
See you, brother.
and Monday, I guess. All right, rain is starting to clear up over the runway now, Jerry.
So how do I get it to capture? Because it's not capturing. Loke is armed.
And you hit approach.
I did. Yeah, that's what made the Loke armed.
And you have
Again.
110.7.
Yeah, because I've got the
Course
glide slope
89.
is like a green diamond. It's coming down. I've got Loke armed.
Is it just
There's the
barely
Loke coming
off?
in. Well, the Loke's coming in, but it should be grabbed by now. Or
Mine-
maybe I go
mine
GPS,
didn't-
nav. Oh, there we go. That's what it was. I was in heading mode.
Oh,
So it doesn't
geez,
automatically turn over though.
No,
Thought it would.
not an airliner.
Come on. All right, I got leading lights. I'm good. Glide
Yeah,
slope
there
is not capturing. Not capturing. Come on, baby.
We're gonna have to hurry. We're gonna be chasing this storm all day.
Weird. Why isn't the glide slope capturing? Okay. Going down.
So yeah, we're gonna head south next. And
Oh,
Super
okay.
doesn't look like he's out of it, that's for sure.
What is his altitude, by the way? It says he's
like
50. He's 358. It looks like, and climbing.
6,000 something? 6,100 it looks like.
He definitely saw he was about to crash, reached over, threw in a higher altitude, and hit climb. That's definitely what happened here.
Does say pitot temp. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to crash, but he's definitely done some kind of intervention. Oh, CJ, nope, PC6 just went by. Punch, how far out are you still?
1 mile.
Roger, 1 mile.
Actually, short final now.
All right.
Call field
Are you
inside.
gonna do a touch and go there, Punch, and then we can
Yep.
Oh shoot. Okay.
follow you out?
Get back in the airplane. Clear! I have punch over the numbers.
kick out the rudder. Left.
Parking brakes off. Jared pretending to touch. There he goes.
Da-da-da, and we're up. Right turn.
Glendale Hotel on the road name. Southbound departure. Come on, aircraft. Good speed. There it goes. Right turn out.
Now,
Do we have terrain to clear?
There will be a little bit of terrain up ahead.
in a bit, yeah.
I'm gonna try and stay low for now.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3,000, I think, at the most.
Okay, going back over to nav, GPS. Oh, how did I clear the VAlt again? What was it?
Just keep hitting approach. It should clear on the like second click, maybe.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Alright.
Ooh, that viz is really poor.
It's
Really
not great.
poor, and there's a mountain right in front of where we need to go. This is looking great. Really good.
Is that a building? Oh gosh.
Yeah, Jared, you're gonna get climbing this.
I'm what?
You're gonna want to climb at about 200 feet immediately. And then a lot more feet after that here in a second.
What is this thing? That is a big building.
Like, you can see what's on your Garmin, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
There you go. There is it.
Are we going
There it
IFR?
is. I'm going 6,000 to start.
That's gonna put us into icing, isn't it?
I'm at 1 degree at 3,000.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Vulcan, we did all players, I want to say? Not live. I think we do all players. That's what we do. -1 at
Sounds right.
3,500, by the way. This is gonna get dicey, boys. I'm gonna try 4,500 to start. I might have to vector to the east to get around.
I don't like this mixed precip.
Yeah, not the best.
Okay, 4,000 feet -4 Celsius. No icing, light icing beginning.
We don't have any next route on this, do we?
Not anymore, I don't.
Not
think.
one that works, right?
Remember before we could kind of try and skirt around things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go heading mode and go left here.
Oh, I'm coming out of something.
Yeah, we're gonna go right back into it.
Alright, so we're going heading.
Due south, probably.
Yeah,
Give me a heading.
at least 180.
Roger,
Picking up
170.
icing.
Yeah, I got light to moderate icing at 4,500. I would not go any higher for sure. -5 degrees. I got punched
Oh,
off.
it's gonna die.
You can see in the little nav map, we can kind of skirt. There's a few valleys here. See that 181 highway?
I don't have a little nav map, but I can
Yeah, if we just go basically do an offset course, you can stick with the like 192. Just go offset like a mile or two left of the course or east of the course.
You want to
Skirt
go
around.
heading?
Yeah, I'm gonna go heading on that heading of like 182.
182, Roger.
Does
Set.
it show me how far I'm off cross track? No.
Oh, we're getting blown off pretty good too. So you're gonna have to
Right,
really crab into that.
Yeah. Or else you'll go into the mountains on the other side.
So 182 looks like I'm gonna clear for sure at 4,500.
Yeah, 182 is actually gonna put you. You're getting up below, and it's gonna be more like maybe like 9.5, maybe 196. Try and stay parallel with the GPS track.
So my nose is 192 and flying 182.
Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry, you're way down there. Jeez.
Yeah, man.
You might have to climb at least a couple hundred feet here in a minute.
Trying to find this road. That's the road I think that I'm want to follow?
I'm good at 45 for a minute, although I'm pretty iced right now.
You got those diamonds?
Oh yeah, bud.
See, I'm at -3 at 4,000, which is no good.
-5 at 4,500. But we can't go lower.
No.
Like, you're as low as you're gonna get and not hit.
Scoop it. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm going 5,000. If I wait too much longer, I'm gonna die.
I feel like I'm okay. Maybe.
Yeah, you're okay for another, like, maybe mile, and then you're out of options.
This next field is at like almost 2,200 feet. So
Yeah, so heading, I'm gonna go back to about 190 to get back on course for 2-2. Is that what that is? Actually, it might have to be more like 200 at this point. Yeah, let's try heading 200.
Oh, jeez, wheels. What are you in? That was cool.
He's in PC6.
That was
How-
that was
how
not
is Super still flying?
Unknown. It's definitely intervening though. Fergus reporting thick ice on his aircraft.
Wicked.
Not good. Is this field before this mountain or after?
It's after.
After.
What does it climb though?
A lot. I'm at 5,000. I have no chance to get over it. It's gonna take probably 65.
There's a road
to the right, like to the west.
to the east.
I'm gonna go.
But
east.
I don't know if it goes. It might just
over there.
It might just go over. Yeah, it might just go over top of the mountains. I don't know. I don't know if there's any pass.
Like we need to be going west if anything to get away from this cloud.
I think I'll just land at LBSA.
Are we amending?
No.
Everyone says no.
Denied. Request denied. On course. My icing has somewhat stopped with where we're at right now. We're not really in the cloud, which is good, but that's not going to last much longer. Also, there's a mountain right in front of me that I need to figure out very quickly. What's the call, Carbon?
What's that?
What's the call?
What's the call?
He's
We're
saying
going
go.
for it.
Vector more to the right.
Yeah,
I need to. I can't.
see here.
I need 220 or.
Yeah, you can go to the right. It's a bit lower.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, 220 set. 5,000 might clear you if you have that heading. Looks like.
I'm 4,200, and I'm gonna see if I can skirt over this little area.
Jeez, man.
Got this little spot here.
I can kind of maybe see the airport on the Garmin here. Maybe. There's also a massively dark cloud right in front of me. Enjoy. If I go external camera, it will ice up worse, huh?
Is that bug still in it?
I don't know. I don't really want to find out the hard way, though.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm gonna poke right through here.
Definitely will clear at 5,000. You can probably get away with less than that.
I'm 42.
Yeah, I can see you. You're like in the trees, it looks like. Are you just hand flying?
Just with heading mode.
Roger. Kaiser Kurt appears to be turning slightly left. Oh, mama.
Oh, baby. This is so sketchy.
Cross 26 knots. We're just about to go over these hilltops, so it's about to get real bumpy.
Just trying to like find holes in the ice.
There's nothing, dude. There's less dark clouds than dark clouds. That's all the options I have currently.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good little pass. I think I'm through.
Alright, as soon as I
4,400?
clear this, I'm going down to 4,000.
I'm in good shape here. It's clearing right up,
Roger.
at least temporarily.
Roger. Oh, other way, other way. Quickly down. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
Down.
Look at these.
Sure, you hand flying?
No, man.
Oh, just got back in nav.
Yeah, I'm just
Or
flying
whatever.
with my Bravo. There we go.
Flying with your Bravo.
Well,
Oh, the
basically-
autopilot controls? I gotcha. What is runway, sir?
Runway 2507.
Roger. Alright, autopilot off. Have it on... So 2.5 is preferred for winds, right? Looks like.
Yep.
Alright.
All right, we made it.
Fuel balance looks okay. Got some icing that I'm gonna need a scraper for when we get down here.
Yeah, me too. Anyone got a scraper?
Power back. Yeah, definitely need that.
Just
All right, Hutch, I'm
Just
tucking in
take
the
your
idea.
bathroom break on your wing and be fine.
Yeah.
Is this grass field, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it says asphalt.
Oh, it's just completely covered in snow. Looks like.
It's not surprised me. Oof, that was a sketchy leg.
Yeah, it was. Required extreme
Alright.
focus.
Right base, turn and final. Tucking in behind Arturo.
Turbo?
Arturbo. And Hutch.
Yeah, sorry, I slowed down maybe a little too much there. This runway is.
I don't
Oh
see
no,
it.
it's gonna be right in my ice. Oh boy. There we go. Look out, Wills. Flying with the Garmin here. And there. Come on. Gently down. Gently down. I have to like stay off to the left of it because I can't see otherwise. Oh, there we go. Wheels down. Alright, on the roll.
We're Dean and Jane here.
It's not warm enough to de-ice, so I don't think it's worth.
There is rain though. I don't know if it'll clear up.
Did I just see Super just go by me? No chance. What was that?
Knows to know when I'll be back when I turn around.
I don't know whether to turn south or north to get back on track. I think I'm gonna go north. West, northwest.
Oh, this is sketchy. Right back into the weather.
Right.
And a big old rock right in front of us.
We
Yeah.
got 26 miles, so that's somewhat in our favor.
You just gonna climb?
Yeah, I climbed out to the right to get away from the cloud while I climb. Hoping
I think
to.
we're going like right over just mountainous.
Right, that's why I'm trying to climb before I get to the clouds. See if I can't get.
I mean, oh, you know what? I see there's a blue. I'm gonna shoot for this blue hole.
I just can't afford too much more ice on the old windows, you know?
I know.
Oh, mama. That is not.
You know what? I'm gonna do a little shuttle climb here, right through that opening.
Kind of to the left of track.
Yeah. Yeah, Wheels is
Okay.
going up there too. There's a couple openings right up there. I'm just gonna climb at like 69 knots.
Looks like we need, what, maybe 45 to clear on track?
Ooh,
Probably
my
that
weather
big,
just updated.
Uh-oh.
Is it bad?
Yeah. Oh,
isn't it?
there. I think it just
It clicked out and
it
back
came
in.
back. Yeah. Yeah.
That's not good. That's not
I
what
went down to no viz there for a second.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Where's that opening? There's the opening. Can't make it. Oof. nasty.
There is a blue spot, but it's way too high to get to in time.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, it's too high.
Oh geez, 45 is not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Need 5 minimum. Climb, bird. Leaned out enough. There we go.
Where are you going?
53 you're at there, it looks like. Is that good enough, obviously?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think 5 is enough. Feels like.
I'm 55.
I'm low over this ridge, and it is bumpy.
Come on, airplane. I told you to climb. Please climb.
You're not super. Oof. Was that a wind or was it a turn?
I did a little bit of a turn, but I'm
lot of
fighting it.
You're getting knocked.
Quartering tailwind. Not fun to climb with. Icing severe.
I don't think 55 is even gonna do it.
No? You want 6 or 6.5?
Ugh.
I'm going to the north a little bit just to try and stay out of the terrain.
Yeah, you're going to the north.
Hello.
Just to be safe.
South also
Nargle's
looks
going
like
a
it
good
has
spot
valley.
there. Oh, south does? Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
That's where I'm gonna try to follow here. Oh yeah, you know what? Look at this.
Temperature is dropping too.
Hutch, head south of the valley. See this? South of the track.
Oh,
South
good.
of the track.
To the right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
And
way
it's-
over there.
There's a
Okay,
nice little
stand by.
cut through here.
I'm just about to clear the ridge. That's the problem currently. And then I can actually descend. This just got intense, boys.
Yep. Oof. I'm getting knocked around now.
Good times.
I'm getting tumbling down drafts off these things. Wind's coming from the north. Oof.
I just feel cold in my airplane right now.
I got my carb heat on.
You would.
I like to be comfy.
Tower, this is
Uh-oh.
Ghost Rider requesting a
Man.
flyby.
I've been concentrating so hard, I forgot that we're streaming.
Aim Tommy with the follow.
Hey, buddy.
Aim Tony. I'm sorry. That's awkward. We are currently trying not to die.
Trying
Severe
not to
weather.
die.
A little icy.
Oh, bumpy.
A little cold.
Severe icing in a non-icing certified aircraft
Uh-huh.
in the mountainous regions of
Bulgaria.
Eastern Europe somewhere.
Oh, wheels went up to 13 to get above the clouds.
Yeah, but he's in a PC-6. He got there in 2 seconds.
The north side's pretty good. It's nice,
Look at
nice
super.
flat area.
At 11.45.
What?
Yeah. His airplane should be in pieces. Okay, so there, I could get through there. Oh, there's green
There
over
are
there.
just clouds everywhere.
Definitely
Looks
gotta
like
go.
we get into this valley carbon and then kind of fade off to the right, and then the airport should be right there somewhere. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are you going north of Samokov? Through that like pass, it looks like.
I'm
We're just on
like
track.
just south of Samokov, but I'm north of the track.
Okay. And that's
And
and
it's-
what are you at?
I'm at like 3,500 right now.
And you look like you're gonna clear right through the airport.
No,
We're in the
I'll
valley.
have to climb a little bit over this ridge, but it's not too much. It doesn't look too big.
Fuel switch before we forget and
Oh,
get in trouble.
thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, do I want to stay at 5? I want to stay at 5. Yeah, we're gonna just stay right here at 5.
Field elevation is 1778.
It's good to have weather like this once in a while. It keeps us on our toes.
I like it.
Just try not to mix them with mountains if we can help it.
These are baby
Not
mountains.
best. They are baby mountains. These are fat, low clouds.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Buckley,
Hey, Buckley
56. How's it going? We are flying in Bulgaria.
Community flight, jump in if you'd like. We're headed to LBDB.
Frozen depths of hell.
Lima Bravo, Delta Bravo.
Oh, the PowerPoint slideshow? Nice.
Your frame's taking a big old hit.
It might be just on the stream, I guess.
Oh yeah, the rebroadcast for sure.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, he is broadcasting through, what is this called again? OBS?
Ninja.
To our
Ninja.
main streamer who is away from the keyboard currently. That is the main reason for slideshow. Ooh, okay, now we're clear. Let's get down a little bit more.
Oh my
here.
god, here we go.
Where are we going?
How you guys doing? You getting out of it?
Yep. Cleared.
Yeah. See J-Dog down there, which is a good sign.
Look at that nastiness back there.
I don't want to look back, Jer.
We all came out of it unscathed.
I hope
Just
so.
want to get above zero. Get rid of this ice.
I know I got -5 right now. Is that what you're seeing still?
Yeah, -4, -3. Oh, -3. I mean, 1,700 feet. And then we're going down 765 is the next one. 620, 603. We might be no ice by the end of the flight. Still feels sketchy. Okay, there we go. I can see through this little...
It's looking pretty good up ahead here.
All right. 5 mile final.
A little bit of cloud at the field, or just to the south of it, maybe?
You going straight in 09, taking the tailwind?
Roger.
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
3012 on the altimeter.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that would be not good.
Get 3009.
012. Set. Follow the name tags.
I think I see it, maybe? Is that it over there?
I have it on the Garmin, lined up pretty well with it.
Okay. I mean, it should be straight in.
Yeah, it will be.
Actually, can I nudge my camera over here to this not frozen spot? Perfect.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I just arrow keyed over to the right a little bit.
I'm all thawed out now.
Are you
It's
really?
+1.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, pilot off. Feel like Ace Ventura with my head out the window. Almost. There's the field.
Field site. Retrimming, retrimming, retrimming.
Touch and go?
I'm gonna sit here for just a second.
Yeah,
we'll stop this briefly.
A little of the icy off.
Oh, this is not a long runway. Running out of cement.
You came in extra fast with that tailwind, probably.
Oh yeah. That's right, we got the bush tires on. Kinda.
Yeah, it's still about 10 knots on the tail, right down at the bottom here.
What is this, runway for RC planes?
Feels like it. Oh, there went an airliner. I don't know how much we're gonna melt here, Jer. I got 0 degrees.
Running out of runway.
Yeah, happens quickly.
You're at 0. Yeah, I'm at
-0.
yeah, -0. We just keep on going, I guess.
Sure.
I guess if we can just keep it.
Looks like we're getting a
low,
little
but not
lower.
too low. Yeah.
Well, yeah, next runway is a little lower.
Okay. Roger.
Oh, there's fuel there.
My brakes are not working at all right now. Just ramming into people, don't mind me.
Oh gosh, head, nose down, nose down. There we go.
And up we go. Up we go. There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna stay as low as I can. And just... I mean, we got a bit of a mound, but I don't think it's gonna be too much, so I'm just gonna stick to the treetops.
I'm up at 35 and it looks clear for a bit. And it'll get you above
below
the...
0 though?
I am at 2 degrees, apparently.
Oh.
At 3,500?
Yeah.
That's what we're
That's
down.
crazy.
This dial. Too
Bit of
many
an
dials.
inversion, I guess? I don't know.
Still trying to look
Good
for just
old
a
inversion.
spot of ice.
Alright, so
Still -0. -0. Herman, how are you so beautifully de-iced? Hutch and I
It
are
just-
popsicles.
I was able to stay pretty low up to the north there, so I don't think I
Good
picked
man.
up a whole lot.
Yeah.
Super has survived somehow.
How is
back?
this even possible?
He's just still cruising.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, clouds look better in front of us. Elevation looks lower.
Yep.
All good recipes. Yeah, I think 3,000 is fine. Jer at the most to clear.
Yeah, I'm just hand flying. I'm at 1,800. I'm just kind of treetop skimming. Still -0.
I'll have to keep an eye out for some good landing spots on the way.
Like on the way to this next place?
Yeah. See if there's a...
Can see.
There is a river, I think, off to our right, so there might be something decent in there.
Oh, gotcha.
Or is it a river, or is it just... Maybe it's a small lake. Oh, it's a bit of a river there.
I feel like my ice is melting at 0.
Same, but it's very slow. Wish
Yeah.
it was slightly faster.
Do you guys have different weather than me right now?
No,
No.
I think it was just you hit something we didn't have on final going into that last field. So you benefited.
I'm still at
from that.
0 right now. At
Yeah, same.
2,000.
Oh, now I'm at 2. 2
Oh.
degrees now, Jer at 3,400.
What's your altimeter? 3012?
3012.
I'm still at 0. Huh.
But you're lower though. I'm
Oh,
at
I'm
3,400.
That's weird.
3 degrees.
But
Oh,
weather
boy.
doesn't work that way.
500.
You don't know.
That's true. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist.
Be cooler if you were.
It is kind of fun though, coming through here like this.
There it goes. Now she's melting quick. Wardo says he sees a couple places he could make it if he had to.
Well, please no one throw a dead stick right now. It would be sweet.
I was thinking I'm like, that would be so cruel.
Because I'm so low over it. It is pure trees.
Well, here it comes. Just tempting fate. Wind has calmed down a bit, which is good.
Yeah, 10 knots from the west now.
Yeah, I have 307 at 13, 3,400 feet.
This has been a fun leg, man.
That's good.
Nice scenery. Nice time, too. It's the 7 a.m., the sunrise departure.
Yeah.
And
good
challenging.
Yeah.
Good challenging, yeah. Oh, there we go. I just had a weather change, 4 degrees. I don't like those abrupt changes.
Is that METAR not blending?
So this morning, flying out of Toronto.
So we just have to get close enough to.
You have like the bubble METAR around, right? And that's what creates that weird. You never get like anything. It was calling for overcast, obviously, because it was snowing like crazy. But there was still like big, just towering cumulonimbus clouds. And then I got out of the airport and then hit the transition and just got rocked. And then I was like 800 AGL and hit the transition, got rocked, sent right towards the ground, like toward going down. And so Alpha Floor kicks in and it goes toga lock. And I'm like, it was just so not satisfying at all. It was very frustrating. I really hope they figure out the transitions. I love the accuracy of the METAR, but it just, I feel like there's a lot less variety than there used to be. Wow.
Someone just mega slewed in.
There we go, there's 5 degrees now. But remember, this is what we hit, in Moscow, right? It was like, wasn't it like minus 18 and then it changed like 20 degrees Celsius in like a few miles, and that must have been the transition.
Yeah, like the METAR was one thing, but then the
Meteo Blue.
Yeah. Meteo Blue is different.
Yeah.
3003.
30.
Wow,
yeah, 3003. Winds are back up to 20 knots.
Really? I still have 12 at 300. 3,000.
I'm at 1100, so I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Roger.
I'm all
you guys
melted.
Have build in sight?
Not quite.
I think I've got it in sight. There's a couple hangars to the right. It's kind of parallel to the road as you go in.
Gotcha.
So, Turkey on Thursday?
I kind of forget whether or not it's right in the border or not. But we'll be really close. At least by Monday we'll be passing Istanbul. But
wow,
it'll be along the Black Sea.
Right. And Rainman's doing the Thursday.
He's doing Thursday and the next following Monday, so he'll do the next two. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, what's up, Pigpen?
Hey, Pigpen.
It's been a bit of a crazy one. It looks like anybody tuning in right now would be like, oh, what a nice, peaceful, beautiful day.
Oh no, just 5 minutes ago we were near death.
Yeah.
in the Arctic.
I don't believe you.
Back up we go.
You doing a clean TNG or dirty?
I cleaned it, center line,
Wow.
in your face.
With that tailwind?
That was not easy, a lot of rudder. Back up we go. One little dark cloud off the nose there. After you
no, we
leave.
don't get that far.
The wind might push us into that. Oh, never mind. The clouds just reset and it's gone. That was weird. Where are you guys?
I'm kind of right behind you, I think. Yeah, I'm
No.
up at.
Super put that in the chat. Super,
Oh.
your, just look at your.
Oh,
Like-
where are you guys?
No, we just left Lima, Bravo, Papa Alpha.
So we've got.
Couple more.
Yeah, a couple more.
We're gonna set cruise power here.
Sounds like somebody's getting rained on.
Yeah, what is that?
That's mine, I think. Can't tell if it's rain or like the wind, like.
Hey guys.
Little.
I kept
Hey!
thinking mine. Oh, hello, Super.
What's your name?
Super.
A system. So I land. I'm done. I'm at the end apparently. I kept looking over and be like, oh, there's a mountain. Better climb. Then I look
How did
over
you
and I'm
not
like,
die?
oh, that is the last airport. I don't know. On my descent into this airport, it got up to 6 degrees and it just all the icing
Melted
went
everything.
away.
Oh my god.
But while I was sitting here, like I'm watching a storm just completely cover the airport, and that rain you're hearing is me.
Okay.
When I landed, it was perfectly clear. So that storm you're kind of seeing is
Kinda to the northeast there.
yeah, it's moving pretty quick though, so it might be clear when you get here.
That is the nice thing about this game. The storms do move in a hurry.
There was an ILS on the last one, so be alright.
Yeah, I was trying to use it. I had no idea what was happening. I didn't know how to set it properly. It was taking me way off course to get some marker somewhere off course. Then I was
Established.
confused. Yeah.
Roger.
So I ended up just going right back to it. Plus, it also got up to like 6 degrees. So I was like, all right, we'll just we'll nav it in then.
So one last TNG here at Bravo Tango Sierra and then home stretch. Looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yep. Yeah, Super, we thought we were going to fall out of the sky there for a while. So much
At
ice
one
on
point, honestly, at one point I looked over. I'm like, how am I still moving?
You're almost
was
full
still
nose
climbing.
up, just trying to fight it.
Yeah, it was still climbing, and I was just like, all right, well, it's still going. If I start seeing it spinning, I'll slide over.
Yeah, you were climbing at like low 60s knots, I want to say.
Yeah, so I put in the
It's doable.
IAS, and I always set it at 64. So that's why.
a steep climb.
But then everything froze because it was like minus 16 up at 11,000 or wherever I was.
Pretty scenery.
Yeah.
Little formation flying.
You for me flying back there?
He's a farmy flying.
Who you got?
Who was in that livery with the perp? Oh, somebody else coming up on me.
Jeez. Do you charge
Perpy
them?
nerp.
Alright, barrel check 3003 still. Fullest tank, landing light on. It's grass field?
Yeah.
No. It is? Okay.
I think so. Unless I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh no, maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
It looks
No,
like
it's paved.
paved, but like
I'm
just
looking at a
concrete.
field at the side of the road. Whoops.
Yeah, concrete, not asphalt. Sorry. Didn't mean to throw you off there. Snargle says, no, it's paved. Little T.
Tons of wind, Gorilla. You can just float it in.
There's the T, here's the G. And we're going. Landing light off.
Autopilot off.
And autopilot on.
Landing light on. Taxi light on. Extra rich. Prop full forward. Landing checklist complete.
Oh, look at that camera work.
Just give it a sec.
God, the ground speed is terrifying coming in with these tailwinds.
So
Woo, center line control there.
Good?
Terrible.
not good. When you have a second, Carbon, if you can give us that ILS information.
Yeah, for sure.
1099, I think.
1099, yep.
I was gonna say I don't love his confidence, but we'll put it in.
Inbound localizers 302.
Sorry, one more
Field,
time.
1099.
1099, roger.
Yeah. Inbound course 302.
302. Roger.
And field elevation 604. So you could probably go to like 810, something like that.
Roger.
A little far out still for it. Not quite ready.
Yeah, that's the one I put in, and then it sent me like way off to I don't know where.
Whoa. Whoa. So we're gonna do a left or right down one. You tell me.
Oh yeah, is this ILS into the wind or downwind?
Yeah, into the wind.
Okay.
Let's do a left traffic pattern.
Left downwind, roger.
And the VOR near the field's 114.9. I'm gonna throw that nav to 114. No, is that right? That can't be right.
That looks right. It came up for me.
114.9 is
Oh, mile?
runway 12, is it not?
114.9. That'll
Looks
just
like
give
it
you
worked.
DME information. 14
Yeah.
miles out.
11.6.
Roger.
Rain's not doing well. Apparently.
It's clear over the field right now.
Cool.
Yeah, it does looks
But it's-
pretty.
Moving a lot. Moving fast.
Roger.
He is the
Nice.
slowest man.
Chuck,
Helps
I
when
was
he's not here for an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
I was
Just
working.
flying at 12,000 feet.
I was working, so I actually wasn't landing anywhere. I just flew it straight through.
Your confusion is warranted.
I'm also never last.
You're always last.
No. Pulled a Jer.
Look at
Yeah, that's
this.
right.
Yeah. Look at this formation. I don't know how he's flying with the prop not moving.
An old army trick.
And
It's a
gear
glider?
down.
Oh, light wind, light rain. Yeah.
Very nice formation flying though.
Oh, there you go. That's professional.
Oh yeah.
Light
Easy.
rain, great visibility.
Easy.
It's too close. You're fading.
We're losing it.
Chuck, I don't know what that means. Oh, does that mean all the tracks switch over?
No, blasphemy.
You're just coming straight in. You're too far away. I can't get you on my drone camera. Oh, all new tracks on Monday. Didn't know that. Cool. I just learned last week's tracks, so that's awesome.
Wow. Look at that.
Who is that? Chuck?
Nice.
That was a sharp roll. Well done.
Somebody in an F-18?
No, I don't know what it is. It's clearly not a Bonanza.
That rolled real fast.
Do that again. It's impressive. Oh, baby. Oof. Nice.
That's got to be a jet of some sort.
Oh, it's an extra 300.
Is it the extra 300?
Yeah. Jerry, you want to call
Look at that rain
the
behind you there, Jer.
What's up?
Look at that rain behind you. Look how cool that looks.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Yeah,
Isn't
only
that cool?
Tower, Cup, and various aircraft party of 15. Right, left downwind, runway 30.
Yep. I'm gonna go heading 125 maybe. 125 to enter the downwind.
Oh baby, this thing just came out of me. That was
Sorry,
birthed.
What? Say again? Unclear.
Another F-18 and an airliner.
Roger.
Doing a nice high
Sheeter,
pass.
Sheeter, how far out did you do this?
Look at him coming up.
Oh, did you do the... Sheeter, did you do the ILS and it took you that far out?
Oh.
That's not
Oh.
good.
That makes me want to throw up.
Whee.
Oh, Vulcan's on the
Oh,
ground.
Vulcan down. The background. I mean, why? He's an extra 300. That's just that's a default aircraft, isn't it?
Yep.
No. Yeah.
Jerry, you've got something off in your settings somewhere.
Yeah,
You
but the
have
X
to.
Cups are all in. I don't know.
If you're, yeah, but you're not seeing the right liveries and stuff sometimes. So that, oh, look at that rain.
Mine does that too.
Look at that rain shadow. That's crazy.
There's got to be a setting that you guys have that's stopping.
Yours does it
that.
too?
Mine doesn't. Carbon's does.
I don't need the ILS.
All right. Left mid downfield leg. In the pattern. Fullest tank.
Moresby in the pattern. Cancel SAR.
You've been watching him too much.
Oh geez, Punch just went halfway into the runway.
Punch, did you go straight in?
He went like 2/3 the way down the runway and then just hooked it in.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, that is a stall. Woof!
Landing light on.
Alright, where are we meeting up here?
Whoa.
Cap Blue? Gonna be
Anymore.
Oh, yeah, sing it, Hutch. How's it gonna be?
Wheels.
This is I'm gonna try to do a little stole takeoff here. Let's see. If I crash, I crash.
Best turn to final ever.
Oh, check that landing out.
Oh.
Wow. We're
Right?
like 10 feet.
That was a good old headwind.
Oh, rain just came in. Not cool. My center line is gone.
Oh, baby.
Oh, F-18 just spawned right in front of me. That's fun.
Oh, hang on to it, Carbon.
Get washed.
Everyone can get some good
little
stall
wheelie.
practice in this thing.
Sorry, Carvin, did not mean to blind you.
Woo, good float. Oh. Little bounce. Who do we got coming in here? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, my weather updated like right before touchdown. Not good.
Who do we got here?
Parking brake
Shadow?
on.
Shadow first. Lieutenant Chaos, living up to the name. Ooh. Little
Nice.
tandem touchdown. Oh, that's sideways. Whoa.
Oh, and another weather
Oh.
change.
Look at this,
That's cool.
Cody. Set it down.
Jerry went for round 2.
Woo. Just float, float, float.
Yeah, the extra guy just showed up for me in the correct aircraft.
Oh, punch. That was awesome. Dude. That was a stop. Holy cow.
Man. That was pretty sick.
That's fun. That's good wind.
That was
practice
very,
that up.
very short. Very, very short.
Wheels, you look like a CJ4.
Oh, 3
Mark
sheets. Sorry, I just seen your message now. Was that the Hot Wheels thing?
Yeah.
The Hot Wheels ski thing you were flying? I almost downloaded it because I thought someone might fly it tonight, and looks like I should have.
Have we got everybody, or are we? We still got-
Thanks,
There's
Coffee
a few
coming
coming in, yeah.
Yeah, Token Brown, SDO.
Oh yeah.
Only
Cool.
gamer.
Oh wow,
You
we
better
had a pretty
get in
big
here
group
quick because
tonight.
there's some rain coming fast.
Oh. Token
Is the
Brown's
rain
coming
like
in.
kind of popping in and out a little bit?
I haven't noticed it yet, but let's see Token. It's looking really good, really slow. Look at the slow pass. Floating.
Oh god.
Will the gamer drop it?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Oh,
Get those flaps up. Get those
Funny
flaps
Wow.
up. Get those flaps
Nice. Well done.
We need maintenance down here. Did I just see Mordicus in the background?
up. Mordicus is back there, yeah. I saw him earlier. I thought
You
he was
didn't hear the
flying
whole
with us, but no. I think he's got to be on the ILS or something. I think that's it. I think everybody's in. Vulcan,
Wills.
I don't know if you want to take care of Wills. I have not looked at all. I had all this time to look for a raid, and have not done it. So, does anybody have someone they want to raid? Anybody? Bueller?
Yeah, nothing.
Let's look at Jared. He's got
I'm looking.
My Alpha guy's flying the DC-3 right now, but
Cap.
not in this simulator.
You do Bill 4LE.
We've done Bill a few
Cap
times.
Arash is doing 168 of around the world in a
Where's that?
172.
There you go.
Cap
get it.
Arash, CAPTARASH.
Get in.
Yeah, got it. Cap Arash. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna do a raid. So
Do it. Do
stick
it.
around for that. Cap Arash. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for us. Thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We will see you on Thursday night. To all the folks who were new, I saw a lot of new names in there, and I do apologize that I had to work tonight and couldn't shout you all out, but thank you so much for joining us. We will be back Thursday night at same time, same Bush channel. That's weird. Same Bush time, same Bush channel. Is that? I don't know.
Why not?
I like it. I like it. Anyways, guys, stick around for the raid. Thank you, Cup Crafters. Thank you, Best Hugs. Thank you, everybody, for flying with us. It's crazy out there, folks. Remember to stop and look around, and as always, enjoy the journey. Peace.
See you.
See ya.